Hello, today I've done a painting with some Lefranc Bourgeois Flashe Paints. I've mixed up this kind of lavender colour and I'm using it as an undercoat in my A3 Talens Art Creation sketchbook. I use a big acrylics brush for the undercoat, but then I switched to using a credit card. Well, actually, it's my old co-op loyalty card. I've been in a bit of an art funk lately and I haven't felt very inspired to do anything. It seems like all I've done lately is landscapes and they've always ended up being tighter than I intended them to be. So today I thought I'd use a bigger sized paper and use the Flashe Paints because they're just so delicious and gooey to use. And after this underpainting, I decided to restrict myself to only using the loyalty card to paint with, though I do use some screwed up kitchen roll towards the very end. My hope was that using the card would force me to stay a bit looser, purely because I can't get too detailed with it. I keep a separate album in my digital photos of ones that I might want to paint at some point. They're all photos which I've taken myself. I had a flick through today and picked out this photo which I'd taken on my friend's farm a few years ago, one lovely May evening. There are almost lilac-looking highlights on the grasses in the foreground, so that's why I decided to pick out a lilac background to kind of tie in with them. The Lefranc Bourgeois Flashe Paints are emulsion paints, and like acrylics they dry very quickly, but I'm just using a heat tool here to speed that up a little bit. As usual, I haven't really got much of a plan, so I just grab one of the green paints and stick the card in and kind of get going. I've only used the card before with texture paste over stencils to create textured pattern backgrounds on greetings cards. This is the first time I've tried painting with a card before, so it was interesting in these early stages just to get a feel for how the paint spreads out and how you can manoeuvre the card. It really was enjoyable to work with the Flashe Paints in this way. Straight out of the jar they've got a gorgeous consistency and quite a nice opacity. I'll leave the video in real time for a bit so that you can see how the paint moves and just what I'm doing really. The painting takes me just over 45 minutes in total. It's around this point that I'm starting to think, what on earth am I doing here? It looks a total mess, and am I ever going to be able to turn it into something okay? I don't think I've ever done a painting where I haven't felt like that at some point, so I've learned to just kind of keep going. I'll speed through the rest of the process now. Trying to do these trees was pretty tricky with just the credit card, and I ended up only being able to give just an impression of the branches. But I think that ended up working out well because it meant I couldn't overwork them. So I thoroughly enjoyed that process, and I absolutely love the Flashe Paints. I don't mind how the painting turned out. I like it enough anyway that I'll give painting with a card another go. I know that there are quite a few people that would like to loosen up their art as well, and so this might be something that's worth having a go at. Trying painting with an implement that prevents you from getting too detailed. I really appreciate you watching this video anyway. Thank you, bye!